Darren McCarty, and the golden voice of Neil Rule. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The #1 midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
What's going on, everybody? Guess what? I'm back, but you know who else is back? Let me hand it over to him right here.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Big D Energy,
Big D!
Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule. D-Mac is back in effect. We got KG in here. We got, of course, Spencer Raxter as well. Young Justin is off in the Poconos at a music festival.
That kid, man.
Of course he is.
That kid got moxie, I'll say that.
Of course he is.
Moxie. There's the term of the day.
No doubt, though. But happy to have you all with us. And excuse my tardiness there. I was backstage talking to Sam Flannel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Making sure everything was
Right,
okay.
checking on his welfare.
Screw it up the beginning of the show again.
Twice in a row.
Jeez.
I know, right?
Oh, please, do tell.
No, but D-Mac, good to be back with you, my
Good
friend.
to be back with you. Good to be back with you. Nice to see you stayed ahead of the hurricanes in Florida.
We
Made it
did.
back.
One step ahead.
Nice experience. You got refreshed. We were mentioning this when you were gone, and thanks to Sean Belegian for filling in. But the fact is that we all recognize how busy you are, and you don't really get ever the family time. You know, the
Correct.
vacations of Florida and stuff. So everybody needs just to remember, take care of your mental health, take care of the things and your priorities. So now you're just back ready to go. And wouldn't it be apropos? We got Lions exhibition season
Lions,
starting tonight.
baby.
That's right,
Just
Lions.
hits a little differently. I don't know. I'm stoked. You're all mad about something, Kenny.
Yeah.
He's on.
I'm
Dude, he's
disappointed
on
he
it
back
again.
on the smack.
I'm more just worried about, hey, here we go.
Okay.
He's getting out at the Lions. stuff
Here
like
we
that.
go.
Thanks for jumping into the Woodward Sports chat thread. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel like so many tens of thousands of you have already. Tammy Chin. Morning, Neil and Darren, Spencer and KG. Morning, Justin.
Morning,
He's in the
Tammy.
Poconos at a music festival.
Yeah,
Right.
fucking guy, dude.
This guy.
He's bringing his boat up there to the
Right.
Poconos.
And turn my ass.
I don't even know what a Poconos is.
I don't.
That's a
Yes,
I really
you do,
don't even.
Spenny. You did it on the streets of Royal Oak. Stick
Yeah.
up your buddy. You were poking nose.
Hell yeah, that's true.
That's a fair point.
That is a good point.
He's got a great point there, Spenny. But jump in there, get your thoughts out there, and FJ 1967 morning BDE and chat.
Morning.
Look, I know a lot of you every single day are up in here, and it's become like a part of your day, like Big D Energy. I'm thankful for that. I really, really am, man. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
You guys, we're the best sports network in Detroit.
Yeah.
We just
Period.
are. That's factual. So
They love the tone.
Sexual.
they love the tone.
They do.
You didn't love the tone yesterday.
No, absolutely not. But
No, but it is. It is Lions Giants tonight. NFL preseason starts. We're gonna break down the second unit. We're gonna break down the matchups to look up for.
Hendon Hooker, Jake Bates.
100%.
Just saying.
We're look, D-Mac. We're gonna get into it tonight.
Yeah,
We're
'cause
breaking
hits
it down.
Different. It hits different when you are Super Bowl loading team because this is important. And yes, I know the starters aren't playing and stuff, but right now, these are the guys who's going to make those extra plays. I'm interested to see who's everybody got their spotlight on. Spenny and I were talking about it before the show, but it hits differently this year. Usually when it comes to exhibition season and stuff like that, who wants to watch the backups? Well, the backups are going to play a huge part on this team. Why? Because like Dan Campbell said 3 years ago, is that we have to prepare like every starter on this team will go down. So, hey, boys, this is your time. For whoever gets in there, it's time to show up. All that hard work is done, and now it's about going out and making a name for yourself.
So we're gonna get into it. Like I said, we'll break down the match. We'll really get in depth in this game. Biggest game of the year so far, KG.
Yes, sir.
Biggest game of the year.
It
I'm,
is.
I'm hyped. You know what's funny? What's more overvalued than the first preseason game? We are all going to be just glued to the TV.
And we're going to take so many takeaways away from it, too. Like, trying to
On some bullshit.
Yeah, just piece together things like, oh, the QB room looks crazy, or, Jake Bates ain't it. We gonna.
Did you see that throw Hendon Hooker made?
Yeah, like, we are going to overanalyze, but that's the fun of it, right?
Not for me, but, my look, before we get into this, and there was something that happened last night that reared its ugly head for me personally. And I got angry. And here's the deal. All right, we'll do this for the Open right now. And then we'll hit the ground running for Lions-Giant. D-Mac's back in the fold. I'm back. We're going to get him. And I know how this Lions discussion's going to go.
Yeah.
Because it's going to – I know how it's going to go. We're going to talk about the game for about 8 seconds. And then we're just going to get into the season and what we expect and where it's going. I know that already. You know that. We know that.
Quick
Anyway,
segue.
yes.
Spenny, the boys are back in town. Trooper, Igor Lariano's favorite song. It was in the our warm-up. Because if you saw our warm-up back in the day, every time it would play, Igor would come by and he'd say, boys are back, boys are back. Like this, so you can remember. So memories of all those songs and stuff like that. A little segue, Neil, for the people.
Absolutely. People are excited for getting...
It is
in this chair,
the
man.
battle. It is a tale as old as time.
Everybody who's been around since day one knows me in this, and they stuck with this chair. I'll move it at the break.
We might have to petition about these chairs.
This is the chair that almost went through this window. We don't have to worry about that today. I've matured a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just enough.
Sandra Dorton, everybody, if you haven't smashed a like button yet, please do so. Thank you from me to you. So, hey, Sandy, appreciate that as well. Good to
Shout
talk
out,
to
Sandy.
you.
Shout out.
Also, people want to see Hendon Hooker. I know, Wyatt Baird, New York Giants media is ridiculous. They are. I talked about that yesterday with Sean Belichick and those clowns.
Yeah.
So, maybe we'll get into that a little bit as well. John Effing Lord, does Tom Kennedy go for another touchdown? Is Kennedy,
TK88.
he's on the roster.
He's on the roster.
Kennedy!
Yeah.
And the coffee bet still goes.
Yep.
Absolutely. Regular season
Mr.
touchdown.
Kennedy. Oh, please let that happen tonight. Please, just give us something.
Flannel
Give us
will pass
something
out
when
again.
really going. All right, here's the deal. Okay, I want to address this. We got about 7 minutes left in this segment. I promise you, I'm going to do this now, and we're going to move on.
It's an intervention, y'all. Another one.
There's no intervention needed.
Okay.
Okay, I was watching the Tigers game last night. Scooble's pitch. Yeah, look.
Here he goes.
Are you not going to watch Scooble pitch? D-Mac, were you watching?
No, I don't mind what I was watching. I was watching conspiracy theories. I flipped it on, though.
Okay,
Just
that's
to
it.
sit,
That's all I wanted to hear.
I watch it on the phone and just, laughing.
That's all I want to hear.
In all honesty, to be 100% honest, dude, I was thinking about it. I was watching one of my conspiracy theory shows, and I had 10 minutes left, and I was paying attention to the game, and then Neil's text came through, and he went off on a hobby buy. So I said, I don't even need to turn it on.
Right.
So
Seriously,
thank
why
you
does it smell
for
like
keeping
cotton
me in
weavers in
apathy
here?
and stuff like that.
Oh, I forgot about that angle to it. Okay.
No, hey,
God.
so
No,
when,
seriously,
and
why
we
does
have
it
a
smell
group-
like
go behind us,
cotton
we have a group
weavers in
text,
here?
And then out of nowhere, right? Kenny just
You're right.
Hey, Neil said he's going down. Hey, I'm just going down to the store to get some milk and maybe ice cream. Ice cream cone or something like this. I'll be right back. Mother MF went to the corner, took her right to Pookie's house.
Yep.
He got that new smack.
He owned
Come
it.
back and my phone's blowing up. And so no. So thank you for keeping me away. But my boy Scoobs, no,
He was
Size
killing
Seriously,
him.
loading,
why does it
bro. What do
smell
you
like
want?
cotton
It's been
weavers
that way
in
since
here?
the beginning of the year when he was one of the betting favorites.
Yeah.
He was killing them
He's
last
lights out.
night. It wasn't even fair. He was dominating them. And I just got to thinking, and the Javi thing is what triggered me to it. And we'll start with that.
Hey, he got
the
to walk.
Javi thing.
He got
all
to
right?
walk.
Just watching him strike out with men on base and things like that. And he always does the same thing. Like he looks down at the ground and he looks up in the air and he's got this mean mug on his face like he's upset. Like he didn't know he was going to strike out. Bro, we all knew you were going to strike out. It's what you do. So stop with the mean mug and stop with the theatrics and all of it and just turn around and go back to the dugout, you number 9 hitter. Just stop with it. No one surprised you struck out. You shouldn't be surprised. So that was it, and then that's what kind of got me going on it a little bit.
Mago's back.
Yes.
When I
In the
watched,
dugout.
500 OPS
Back
watch.
in the dugout, baby.
okay, so watching them play the Mariners, you can't tell me that the Mariners are exponentially better than the Tigers.
Absolutely
You can't
not.
tell me that. I'll never believe that. I'll die on this hill. And right there they are, right in the middle of the playoff mix. And here's the deal, and I can't understand this. And even you, my friends in here, That's why I'm bringing this up, because I got to know if it's me, because I'm starting to think it's me.
No, the Mariners have a weaker division.
Why?
But
Because all the Tigers had to do, they have a Cy Young winner, lock, stock, guaranteed Cy Young winner, and they pissed it away this year. They pissed it away. And here's the Mariners. The Tigers organization pissed it away. And here are the Mariners, who aren't categorically better than the Tigers. Here they are in the playoff mix. You can't tell me that. They have the Cy Young winner. They pissed it away. You can't tell me that with a bat and shooting Javi into space back in May. You can't tell me that this team wouldn't be 6 games better. I will fight any one of you in here. Spenny, that includes you. We'll fight. We'll take a chunk out of each other, but we will fight. You cannot tell me they wouldn't be 6 games better. And guess what 6 games better would get you?
a wild card.
Dude, he's
right in the mix.
Snorting, smoking. He's hitting
It's
it every
hardcore,
which way.
man.
He's fired
I had
up.
to stop him in the bathroom.
No,
before the
because
show.
I'm pissed off about it. And why is no one else pissed off about it?
'Cause we have-
That's how close they were.
Kenny, apathy, right?
Yes.
Apathy to the fact of
But D-Mac, you don't
insanity,
get
it's
this.
not
We
changing.
realize
all these
what
things
this
that you
was.
said. And again, what are we? So are you? Am I hearing this correctly? That you're upset that you're not one of the MLB's participation awards by getting into their makeshift.
You
everything
have the
playoff?
Cy Young winner in a league now that's built for mid-teams to compete. It's built that way now. You have the Cy Young winner, and you pissed it away because you wouldn't sign a bat, and you had to quote keep Javi. Why?
Okay, all of that's true, Neil, but it's been true for
Months
and
now.
But
a lot
D-Mac,
of us-
you watch Sunday Night Baseball.
I do. I love
You're baseball
baseball. It's my
elite.
favorite.
You know how hard it is to win the Cy Young. It's hard.
It is.
Hell yeah.
No, that's if that's the question of are you? If the question is Tarek Skubal season the biggest waste in Detroit sports history? They're okay.
Yeah.
So
And it was so close.
I'll agree. I mean, we can go through it, but off the top of my head, it's definitely top 3 or top 5 of whatever. But what I'm trying to say, and I think where Kenny and I and even Spenny's at, is our apathy for the organization to do something. It isn't like we look at the Lions, or it isn't like we look at the Wings, and it isn't even like we would look into Trajan Langdon and the new formed front office of the Pistons going, what are they going to do?
Yep.
We know, Neil. We've known forever, right? Tarek Skubal just didn't come out of nowhere to this.
And that's my problem.
So your problem is with the top, and I think that the problem is the same thing.
I told him.
all along.
Chris Illich.
They're not spending the money, and Scott Harris. It's about.
But D-Mac, it's more
I
than
get
that. It's not even like I'm not all bad. Not a long-term deal, anything like that. Like say, hey, we have the Cy Young favorite. Let's take a swing at it. Control.
And you know what the conversation was? We have the Cy Young favorite. Are we going to take a swing at it? No.
Yeah.
Why is no one pissed?
So you can
For
be
real.
mad,
Yeah.
But I was already there with them having that conversation.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people aren't pissed off
And
about
we're
it. We've
apathetic.
stuck for a decade.
You
We're
didn't want them to buy
apathetic.
at the deadline, right? You didn't want them to buy at the deadline, right?
No, because it was over at that point.
So if it's been over, why do we keep going over
Because all it would have taken was 2 moves.
I get that.
2 moves.
But I just think you need to.
KG,
Yeah.
if they cut Javi in the offseason, I'm going to be more pissed about it.
You did
and
say
and
that,
that
yeah.
news is going to break in like November or January or something like that, and I'm going to have a meltdown on the show again, all over again
I
about
get
it.
that, but we need to be focusing more of our energy towards 2025. If they get rid of Javi now, at least they have a capable stopgap, we believe, in their AAA system now that they got at the deadline. So it would make more sense to cut him now more than it ever has. If they were going to cut him
No, it
in
would
May,
have made sense to cut him in May because the math says your team would have been better.
if you were going to cut him in May, they should have cut him before that. They should have cut him before the season even began.
It's
so
just,
I get
it's stupid. That's stupid.
You're
and
not
you know,
wrong.
D-Mac,
You're
you
not
know.
wrong, man.
Like I get it,
We
right?
go over
like
this.
I work for teams and stuff. I get it how it works. And the teams have told me before, what we like about you, Neil, is you keep it between the lines. Like
Yeah.
if you're upset, that's fine. But that was a dumb move. It was flat out a dumb move. And I'm surprised that nobody else is pissed off.
Well, because
That's
I think
it.
Cody Angle said because you'd have to care to be pissed off.
Yeah.
I think that it's the apathy, Neil. Is that the true apathy around this team? And yeah, the positive Kenny is looking forward
Yeah.
to the young guys. They already did it.
Because, I mean, what Scott Harris did at the deadline, 2025 does have I want to say an ounce of promise to it, but once again, it's going to fall back on ownership. How much money are you willing to spend to protect these young guys when they come up? Just point
JT
blank.
Olsen, we knew this in April. It's August now. We're moving on. They're right there.
Yeah,
They're-
but
they're
even,
right there. They're
even
not,
if
but
they
they're
were
right
to
there.
make the wild card with any one free agent bat, there's no guarantee that they would even make any
See, but
noise in the playoffs.
I think there is. If you had a bat and you shot Javi into space in May, the math says you would have been better
I
because any
understand.
league average player would be better than
But
Javi.
Neil, you're not a hypotheticals guy. That's why I'm. It's crazy you caught up in this. You're not a hypotheticals guy. I get what you're saying, but
They're
this
there.
is all a hypothetical at
With
this point.
all these holes, with the flawed roster that they have,
Yes.
they're right there.
So
They're just not there.
If they would have bought Javi out, then they wouldn't have replaced him.
Right.
With
Well,
the
But
money.
they would have
Kryler?
gotten better.
But
They
they
would have been better.
I mean, Ryan Kryler wasn't that much better.
I
We
get
thought
it,
he would
but
be.
they made their choice.
Okay.
Trey Turner's gonna, or Trey Sweeney will be better than both of them.
He will.
I don't know if anybody had faith that Ryan Kryler would be better than Javi because you look at his AAA OPS is worse than Javi's OPS in the majors,
Yeah.
but it is a gaping hole in shortstop. Hopefully, Trey Sweeney could be a guy that can potentially hit the ball in that. I don't expect him to be an all-star, but to be a 230 guy, a 240 guy at the very least, that would be nice. Parker Meadows looks pretty good. Parker Meadows coming
So
back.
far,
They're 6-0 since Parker Meadows has been back in the lineup. Dude's raking out there. Had all catch of the year last night.
Yes,
But
sir.
Spenny, that's my point. Like you say, if we had a shortstop that hit 230, you understand that's 50 points better?
Yeah,
50.
yeah.
But we
That's
can-
my point. So, all right.
We can
Hey.
keep making the scenarios all day.
Even Chuckle Cheese says he's sick of this Mickey Mouse Club. I mean, there you go.
That is it. Okay.
I was
Giants.
more of a Caesarland guy.
What's that?
I was more of a Caesarland guy
Caesarland
than
was that
Chuck E.
place.
Cheese.
Pizza.
All right. Lions Giants. Let's get in, everybody. The
Thank
matchup you're looking for. What do you want to see?
Shit we
We're
care
about to
about.
kick
Tail
this thing
of the
off.
tape.
The tail of the tape.
Yeah.
That's right.
It might as well be. They was fighting like it was. so.
That's
That's right. Tell about Guardian Alarm and let's talk some football.
Absolutely.
Back.
Just like the offensive line protecting your quarterback. Guardian Alarm will offer you customized solutions from real expert professional technicians who take the time to recommend secure and automated solutions specific to your need. But I need you to call Guardian today. The number, 1-800.
Stay out.
24/7 professional monitoring, call anytime, day or night. Other Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as it's needed. Guardian just wants you to call the number, 1-800.
Stay out.
Technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work in people who have been proven to care, whether it's business, whether it's pleasure. Guardian don't care. They just want you to call the number today, 1-800.
Stay out. Stay out of throwing a ball towards Rakers Island today because he's going to pick it up.
Stay out of the
Damn right.
2025 Tigers roster, Javi. Stay out.
Stay out of the Tiger smack, Neil. Look forward to 2025.
Y'all got any more of that?
Guardian Alarm, your own security experts. Tell Big D Energy. He sent you.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Unlike Malik Neighbors, you don't have to go to Kirby Joseph for a 3-piece dinner and a biscuit. You can go to Soroki's because they got the best chicken, the best pizza, and the best biscuits in the game. To find more locations near you, just go to Sorokis.com. They just opened one in Madison Heights. It's where it's at. Soroki's. Now that's crispy.
All right, we're off and running. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Spenny, I got to say, that was the most elite segue of your career.
Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was
6
elite.
for a reason, man.
That was elite. Shout out heavyweights, 5 to 7.
Shout out.
Check it out.
Chris, even without Javi, it didn't matter. You were banking on no one thought a first baseman was going to fall off like that, and a bunch of unproven outfielders.
Right.
Even through it, you can't tell me the Mariners are better than the Tigers.
I hear you.
Exponentially
They're not.
better. That's the moral of the story. So I got upset about it, and that was it. All right, D-Mac, it's here tonight. Preseason opener. Lock in, everybody. Lions-Giants. And I guess, D-Mac, it's fine. Like, I know what this is going to turn into, so let's just get it out of the way right now. What are you looking for tonight, D-Mac? What do you need to see?
You know what? Like
The fate of the season's determined tonight.
Yep.
I think for me, I want to see Hendon Hooker. I want to see, has he grasped, some sort of just to see something that in the back of my mind. Okay, if a guy needs to go in, we know what Nate Sudfeld is all about, but it's Hendon Hooker that I have the question marks. So I mean, there's a lot of different things that I want to see. The excitement, what's the Canadian football kid's name?
Matthew Betts.
I'm looking to see, him at this level in this game. It's the first time he's played in a real between the lines game with 4 downs and stuff, so the adjustment. There's a lot of little things, but I think if I had to name number one, it'd be like, does Hendon Hooker look like a true backup in the NFL?
Yeah.
So I just want to see decision making, like stuff like this. If he's got some mobility, obviously we didn't see much of him last year, and he came off an injury.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just progress, things like that. I'm just looking more to see. I know what I have, but in case that breaks down, what do I have as backup? So
Fact.
and hopefully there's a Malcolm Rodriguez that shines through with like effort and stuff like we saw from Malcolm in the past and saw from different guys in exhibition games showing out and getting themselves a spot in this team. So the competition, the compete. So and now that it matters because we've seen 2 practices against the Giants. One got called off early, like you said, Kirby 3-piece and Neighbors and all that stuff. Well, now it matters. So now there's penalties and stuff. You don't want to be. You want to show more discipline because you're playing the real game.
I'm going to say this, D-Mac, and I want to make a plea to everybody. And I know this won't work, but I feel like it's it's something that's like a public service announcement. It's something that has to be done. So I want to make this plea, everybody. If Hendon Hooker comes out tonight and goes 6 for 7 and has 2 touchdowns,
He's back.
can we make a deal? I know we can. I'm not even going to complete it. I'm not even going to complete it because I know how you guys are going to be. I know how you guys are going to be. Before we get into this, everybody understands, right? That Jared Goff's a quarterback, right? We all know.
It ain't for competition; it's for security.
Right. There's a very tiny percentage that are still holding out hope for Hendon Hooker, but we all know.
They've all been stunned. As a former member of that community,
Yes,
did you turn out the lights on the way out that door?
I did.
And the place was empty, right?
Now, don't get me wrong. I want to see Hooker go out there and shine. I want to see him go 6 for 6 for 120 yards and a touchdown because that means we have a competent backup.
100%.
That's what I want. But this is Jared Goff's team. There is no question about that.
Okay. I had to check with the contingent.
Yeah.
What about Easy?
Easy, no, yeah. It's Jared Goff's team.
He wish
Easy was saying we should sign a veteran backup yesterday because he doesn't think Hooker's ready.
I was told that he's going to take them to the Super Bowl by Easy.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, which is it, Easy? I guess I'll have to tune in 5 to 7 and find out. Shout out heavyweights. All right.
He wishes it were Jordan Love.
He does love him, so Jordan Love.
Okay, now let's take it easy, everybody. Take it easy. KMG King, let Hooker go off tonight and watch. They're going to be fans saying trade Goff.
Yeah.
D-Mac, there won't be, right?
What?
if Hooker plays well, we're not going to get texts tomorrow that say trade Goff.
Oh, there
right?
for sure will be.
If they do, we don't deserve a Super Bowl.
There for sure will be. Lions fans are cousins, man.
When we win the Super Bowl, they're not invited there. To do that.
Are we seriously? We're not. We
Yeah,
haven't
like,
matured.
you
We
can't
haven't
do that
got-
to
like,
Jared.
I think the majority
That's
of
like
people
elementary
have.
school love.
The majority of
You're
people
into
have.
you're into like you're into dating in your 20s now and looking.
Yeah.
Like you have your wife. You're married to Jared Goff. This is about security. This is about in case for a couple plays for a quarter. God forbid for a game.
Yeah.
That's what we're beyond names. It's who is gonna step up and fill the void. So I think to Easy's point, that if Hendon Hooker or Nate Sudfeld isn't that, you think that Dan Campbell, because of how he's prepared this team, will not go out and Brad Holmes and get a better backup guy if that's what they're worried about, Goff going down to get to the Super Bowl. This is a Super Bowl team. You have to prepare for that, right? Just in the same mindset as we had Dominic Hasek start the 2008 playoffs. He was one of the greatest goalies of all time. Couldn't get it done in the Nashville series. Had us against the ropes. What do? You go to Chris Osgood, right? Where we know the disrespect he gets. And what did he do? Arguably could have been the Conn Smythe winner. Reeled off 9 straight wins. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want the backup ever to play. But if he has to, can he get it done?
Woodward Sports chat thread. JT Olson, you all paid Goff, like him or not. He's the Lions guy.
I think everybody likes him.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They chant his name
Oh,
at basketball
come on.
games,
Yeah,
man. So,
he's a Bucks fan. He said the Bucks were a top 3 team in the NFC. So.
oh, that's right.
Well, they got Baker.
Don't worry, JT. We have your receipts as well.
You got Baker. Good luck.
Okay, when we come back for the next segment, I have something. Put it on wax.
Okay.
That's
I
what
like
I
that.
want. But there's some caveats to it, and it's going to be interesting. And I think this is going to be a great segment. You guys don't know about this because I'm calling the audible on it,
Okay.
and I'm doing it.
Let's do it.
There is no escape for you. Someone brings up a great question in the chat. Final word, 2-4 today. You guys can ask. Who do you think Tom Mazaway's rooting for?
Oh, tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, the Giants. This is an exhibition game.
I think you're right because it's non-impactful.
He's
I
in
think-
Jersey too.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
but
he's definitely
He's
rooting
got
for the
his.
Giants.
Hey, Maz needs to send us a picture. Game
He's a
time 'cause
double
He's got to
agent.
have his Giants jersey.
Maz, if you're watching right now, just real quick, send Spenny a picture. We got to know if you're wearing a Giant shirt or a Lions
Yeah.
shirt, right? Because you know he is.
He's
you
being
know
a
he's
double
wearing one of
agent.
the
He's wearing
two.
one or the other for sure.
That's true.
Because it's a game day.
Yeah.
So you know that he is.
Mm-hmm.
You know he's walking around Jersey right now. And I bet he has a Giant shirt.
Oh, I would bet on it too.
Who's ripping the Giants, though? Not even people in Jersey are ripping them.
I bet he. Well, the Giants were his team.
Yeah? So are the Jets.
I know he loves that. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
And he's probably gonna call in right now and be like, "Who the hell are you to tell me
You
who I
can't
can
tell
root
me
for?"
what I like. Oh,
Yeah, you can't tell me how to root.
I like the Giants. I like the Jets. I like the Yankees. I like the Mets. What are we doing?
Bibbity boppity.
Oh,
Bobbity poop.
No, but that's what he'll say. He'll
I'm
say,
walking here.
yeah,
You're right.
"Who the hell are you to tell me who I can root?" Well, thanks, Neil, for telling me who to root for. I'll take it under advisement.
Yep.
That's exactly.
Right.
I wonder. The chat brought it up. Can we chat poll it?
We can chat poll it.
Who do you think Maz is rooting for tonight? And D-Mac, I think you're right. I think because it's an exhibition game, I think he's rooting for the Giants.
And he's back there. He's going to be with all his Giants.
100%, yeah. And because it's not a regular season game, so he feels like it's safe to root for the Giants.
Absolutely.
I bet Giants are going to. I'm Jersey. I'm voting Giants.
Yeah, I'm sick of calling them the New York Giants.
They
don't play in New York.
None of them
They
do.
don't.
You don't play in New York. You're not the New York Giants.
Yeah.
You're the Jersey Giants.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The New Jersey Devils are the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah.
It makes
They
no
have some
sense.
pride.
They play like across the street from there.
yeah.
Why are they New Jersey, but you get to be New York?
You don't.
You don't. Not on this show.
Not on this show.
Damn right.
They are the New Jersey Giants, and they are the New Jersey Jets.
Yes.
Going forward. So says Broadcaster 6. Tell them about Lady Jane.
Absolutely. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. You walk in, you sit down, you relax, you let one of the talented stylists make you look and feel great. Maybe it's that hot leather neck massage. Ooh, Neil's a big fan of that. How do you do it? You get to any Lady Jane's, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports. Enough Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Neil Rule here for Feldman Automotive. There's 18 Feldman Automotive dealerships in and around the Metro Detroit area. What does that mean to you? Well, look, it means this. If you want any kind of car, we know about Feldman Chevrolet in Nova, and they are Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. But did you know you want a Ford, you want a Kia, whatever it is you want, Feldman Automotive can get you that car. Because there's 18 Feldman Automotive dealerships. Go to feldmanauto.com, search a kind of car you want, boom, you're in there. And you get to take advantage of the very best buying process at car dealerships today, the Feldman Advantage. They will get you your car and get you on your way. Don't sleep on their service department as well. They are an elite service department, certainly at Feldman Chevrolet there in Nova, and it stretches across all the Feldman brands. feldmanauto.com. All right, keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty here in the house. We have, of course, KG in the building, Spencer Raxter in the building. Young Justin is in the Poconos of all places.
Of course he is.
At a music festival.
And turns out of control.
What did he say is like the Element Music Festival?
Something like that,
I
yeah.
guarantee you one of the E's is backwards in the logo.
Yes.
I guarantee you it is.
For sure.
And it's a small E, too.
Yep.
It's a small E.
Not even a capital.
It starts
Right.
with a small E.
Yeah,
for sure.
lowercase, yeah.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
And you know the second E in Element is backwards.
I've never been to one of those places. Feel like I would do very well.
A
lot of drugs,
Yeah.
loose women. Sounds like
Yeah.
it's right up my alley. Also sounds like a nightmare because I'm not a EDM guy, so I don't know. I'm all down for dirty hippie chicks.
I think that you could block it out.
Yeah.
I think if you were mentally strong, I think you were mentally strong enough to block out the music and focus on the prize.
I think I could. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could power through.
You enjoy the drug part of it.
I do. Yeah, and the dirty
You
hippies.
big Molly guy?
Yeah, I've done it a couple times. Yeah.
Just
You
get
know
the-
what you're getting.
Yeah, for sure.
Just catch the afterflow. You know, people
That's true.
leaving the party. There
That's
you go.
true. My friend did. My friend is my boy Schwitz. He's a big EDM guy. He went to Electric Forest. He said they didn't even you don't even listen to music for most of the time. Like half the time you're just walking around the forest vibing with people.
Of course.
Yeah.
With a backwards E in the logo.
Yeah.
I literally just made that up. If there is a backwards E, I have to look this up. What is he at the Element Music
Element
Festival?
Music Festival. I would not be surprised.
There's gotta be.
He better not be.
There's gotta be a backwards E. Let me see here.
What?
There is no. Instead, they take the E and make it smaller and let it sit in the L.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing.
Same thing.
That's the exact same thing. I don't care what
Same
anybody
thing.
says. So, all right. But anyway, though, we're talking Lions, Giants here today. All right, D-Mac, here's the deal. I'm putting everybody on the spot. What do you got?
Just Freddie Felt.
Oh,
No, shout out
Cat's
Freddie, man.
fornication's better than EDM.
well, like low-key, I do like EDM.
I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, but you like the bubble.
I thought he was almost
Yeah,
going
the
to say
bubble-
low
the
key.
bu-
I like Hunter the Cat.
No,
that's
no,
not
I
true.
hate that cat. I
Me-
mean mug him when I walk in the door, man. Like, we got back from vacation. He's going all crazy. I wasn't having it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you take that shit somewhere else.
Right. Think I missed you?
Yeah. My life was better because you weren't around.
Just wait until it's a brisk Friday night. you're watching your Mountain West game and you got your bourbon and Cats is curled up on your chest.
Never.
You're going to be like a happy dad.
Never.
You know it's funny.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
had the
happen.
princess on my lap last night. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
She's making biscuits. And we were just hanging out. Neil, you'll get there soon.
He's going to get there for
Never.
sure.
No better feeling.
Him and Cats are going to bond during football season this year for sure.
For sure.
Never. The poll is closed. Who will Maz root for tonight? 60% of you say he'll vote for the Jersey Giants. So,
No, Spenny, you know what it is?
Some Lions fan.
You know what it's going to be? He's going to have a bet on the late game to bail out Hawaii, and Hunter the Cat's going to like come in during a key play, and it's going to be fortuitous for him, and he's going to realize cat luck.
All right.
So he's going to low key. We're going to see the cat in pictures, and Neil's going to be going, no, this thing sucks, but it's like, where's the cat? Get the cat in here, big play. It's going to go down like that, bro.
Oh, yeah.
For all of you degenerates, by the way, Detroit Lions are a 3.5-point underdog. The over-under is 34.
Oh, that's bullshit. What disrespect,
Right.
Teddy?
Wow.
You fucking disrespected
I am
us early.
outraged.
Yeah, I'm fucking laying the points all day.
You're right.
Get into it. Man, there's no way we can lose by 10. No way. We got to tease this thing.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to put it on wax, though. As we get in, and tonight's the opening kick of the preseason, what don't you like right now? What don't you like about this Lions team? Now, I know this runs counter.
Mm-hmm.
Can we agree that we won't make drops right now? This is like a constructive segment.
You have my word.
I want to know where the people are at. What don't you like about the football?
Why does it smell like caca and wee whiz in here?
Because it always does. All right. Where, D-Mac, off the rip, what don't you like right now about this football team?
Off the rip, the number one thing is always what it is in the back of my mind. It's injury, right? So the Kaminsky injury, the next man up, whatever.
So you don't like the trend?
I don't like the trend of that. Also, too, it's like I said to Kenny, the one thing I'm going to question is the new guys, and is it like show me some discipline.
Yeah.
I don't think it's talent because it's too early to see, right? We're going to have to see is the secondary coming together, even though you're not going to have all your starters, but you're going to get pieces of this. Do we see guys like I don't have any concerns right now. I think that's a question for me after tonight's game, maybe to bring them up. But I like everything I'm hearing out of camp. You know, if anything, I might be a little bit Dan Campbellish and going, you know, the extra physicality was a little much, but no, it's identity things. So as long as tonight the guys take care of business and, you know, do what they need to do, there isn't any.
Yeah.
There isn't any questions because there's no injuries. We're going to see somebody's going to have to step up for Kaminsky. Is it, what's the kid's name again? I keep forgetting.
Matthew Betts.
Is it him?
Maybe.
You know, I want to see James Houston get out there tonight.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Kyle Sweet, Spenny, EDM chicks only wear fishnets and thongs pretty much.
That's true.
That is fact.
Where are you at with it, KG?
What
are you concerned about?
This is technically nitpicking, but I don't like the fact that they don't have that much offensive line depth. I feel like if Taylor Decker, especially at the tackles, if Taylor Decker or Penei Sewell were to go down, I don't think Giovanni Manu is ready, and I don't know who else you put out there. And the opposite end of Hutch, edge rusher, I've been on that all off season. I do trust the process that they're going to do this by committee, and hopefully everybody can stay as healthy as they can stay. But I still don't like the fact that they didn't get that dominant edge rusher opposite of Hutch. I feel like if they were to make a move for Matthew Judon, we're over the top. We're
Then
Super
we're
Bowl
good.
favorite. Yeah. Oh yeah.
We good anyway.
I mean,
but you good.
No, for real. Especially the Lions. Me and you though, we ain't good.
We're real good.
We getting there. Yeah, we are real good.
We ain't good, but we're real good.
Disappointed. He's
we
just a little
getting there.
disappointed in you.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Mike G, Tiny Tina probably looks 6 feet tall on Molly, I bet. Can you confirm?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
The Molly part of it.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, right.
I
I was like,
I
that's
plead
the
fifth.
politician answer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can I say fifth?
Spenny, what are you concerned about?
What I'm concerned about is that I haven't heard much out of James Houston out of camp. You're hearing a lot about Levi
Great segue,
Onwuzurike.
by the way.
Yeah.
Elite segue.
Hearing a lot about Levi Onwuzurike. I like
Yeah.
that. But that opposite edge position from Hutch, we know that was a big problem for the Lions last year, trying to generate pass rush out of there. You got Davenport. You're hopefully having a healthy Houston. I haven't heard much from those guys, and that's a little concerning.
Yeah, and look, for me, I don't want to say that the James Houston thing is a concern, which we're going to get into that in the next segment. But for me right now, it's the kicker spot, man.
Yep.
You guys can say what you want about.
I figured you was going there.
But you can say what you want about Badgley. 80% of the time, he makes a field goal every time. Whatever way, 82%, whatever that number was.
Yeah,
that's a competent NFL number. Makes extra points.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know what I have with him. He's probably going to make the kick. He made the biggest field goal in Lions franchise history.
Yeah.
Now the field goal against the Rams, the only points they scored in the second half.
That's true.
Like for me, I'm not sold on the Jake Bates thing. I know that everyone wants to laugh and Michigan Panthers and all that kind of stuff and keep them here in the building and all that. He's kicking field goals in front of more people at training camp than he ever has in a game in the UFL.
I am worried about that. I am. Okay, so, and I asked Eddie Murray this, right? Eddie Murray, former Lion or whatever, like, about kickers and about the mentality or whatever, and pretty much if you're good, like it's all about technique. So if it's form and whatever, and you're right to say that, but I think it's more to the professionalism, and I trust the fact that I like what I've seen so far in the limited, and you're right, Neil. It comes with a different sort of pressure, but I think it's this is where you trust Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell and adding that. But I think that absolutely there's a question mark. So I'd like to see him out there kicking 3 or 4 tonight just to see what you got. Maybe that's a question that can be answered.
And on the road, you know what I'm saying? Like, again,
it's a different beast, 100%.
Yeah.
100,
you're kicking for your life.
You're correct, but the fact is that to the point that technically it's there. So if there's not a mental block or anything like that, he's got the leg. And he's proven he's got the leg.
And he hasn't shanked like hella kicks. Like, yes, he has been inconsistent, but it's not like he hasn't hit a decent amount of kicks in camp, especially the long ones. He has hit from 60, from 50. We just need to see the consistency.
He's missed a decent amount of kicks.
No, we need to see the consistency from 40 and below. I hear you, or 50 and below.
So that's my thing, going in. And look, like, don't kill the messenger. I'm not off the bandwagon. I'm not a hater. None of that stuff. It's fair to have a question about it.
It's fair.
I think
it's absolutely fair.
You're checking no box. You're undecided. I need more eye test. I need more proof in the heat of the battle. I'm not going to put as much into practice as I am in the game. I've seen a lot of guys who, and I mentioned Steve Eisman's worst practice player in NHL history.
Yeah.
Right? And look, he had a pretty good career.
He was
I don't care as long as between, when it matters. That's what it is. Yeah. And it starts tonight, next exhibition.
And I think Spenny was spot on here, and I think Spenny's comments kind of created a segment.
Okay.
So we're going to do it. Tell them about Premier Pet Supply.
Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years with 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply, give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through 25th at Warwick Hills and Grand Blanc. Be there for PGA Tour Champions Golf, Family Night, concerts, and more. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at allychallenge.com today.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports. Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
New rule here for Woodward merch. Shop.woodwardsports.com. Boo them kids right there. We need it.
Children.
Boo those children, because that's what we do here in Detroit. Don't forget, too, the OG, Stoke Not Scared.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that one. Bring it back to life. You wore that one last year a ton. It's wearing out. Get a new one.
That's only because we're stoked now. We're not scared at all.
100%. But get the Boot 'em Kid shirt as well. Someone asked, I'm wearing the free JMO shirt.
Yeah.
Remember when JMO got suspended on some bullshit that's legal now?
It's still free JMO. I need to see the targets before I say he's free. So
JMO will be just fine, everybody.
He will.
He'll be just fine. Shop.woodwardsports.com. All right, keeping it pushing here. Big D Energy talking Lions, Giants tonight. Breaking it down.
Yep. Practice booing the kids tonight.
Practice it. Lions, 3.5-point underdog, over under 34.5.
Might be some good money on the line tonight.
I'm just saying.
I might hit it up tonight.
If you're a degenerate,
I am not betting on preseason games.
If you are,
I think I might, man.
Do it responsibly.
Yes.
Number one,
of course. No 5-leg parlays. I'll do an over-under, though. I'm just saying.
That's even more degenerate.
That's worse.
Yeah. Like, if you're betting on a team, okay. If you're betting over-under, then, I'm saying you need to get
Lions
some help.
3-point underdogs. Call it the homer in me, I guess.
Oh, let me see here. We got they don't have like the player props and all that kind of stuff, at least what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
You think the Lions are going to put some points on the board?
Oh, of course.
Any team to score 30 or more, plus 360. Any team to score 40 or more, plus 1,900.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, get it in. The race to 5 points. Lions plus 115.
Oh, I'll take
Giants
that.
minus
I'll be in on
140.
that one.
Neither team makes it to 5 points. 60-1.
Oh, God.
That'll be fucking...
Real quick question for you. We talked about the fact that young Justin's in the Poconos at the Elements EDM Fest. On Saturday, who do you think he's more excited to see? Lady Harley or Miller? Who would you rather see?
Who are these people?
Lady Harley.
They're in the small print. You know the festival, lineup things? They're in the small print.
Let's see what Lady Harley looks like.
Yeah, I was about to say, check it. It might not even be a lady. We gotta figure that out. It's that EDM swerve.
And here I was going to talk about James Houston.
Lady Harley is more.
And here we are, looking up what Lady Harley looks like.
Wait, no, this can't be.
It's KB.
No, I don't. This isn't a... No,
can you confirm it's a lady?
She's an Instagram influencer. This is a different Lady Harley.
Okay.
So wait, here we go.
We're looking
Harley,
for DJ
artist profile.
Yeah, DJ Lady Harley.
She is a lady.
Okay. 1 to 10.
Not seeing any pictures.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh no, she looks good. Yeah, Lady Harley.
All right.
So you're more excited to see Lady Harley.
Yeah.
At least you would be.
I would be.
All right, D-Mac, we got to get into this, man. And the chat, as soon as Spencer brought it up, Adiz 411, James Houston is overrated. Triple Nickel, James Houston is overrated. And what I can't understand, D-Mac, what I can't get past is, if you want to say, like, his health is a concern, that's fine. But for a guy that's played 9 games in the NFL and has 8 sacks, the one thing you cannot call him is overrated.
I understand.
You can't call it overrated, but you can say, okay, he can be a big question mark of what do you have?
Yeah.
Because for the most part, with those stats came early, and last year we're still like, we were left with, is that it?
Right.
Are you healthy or whatever? Big question mark. I think it's too early to put bust or put anything like that on him, but there's the biggest spot. Like maybe he's the one that has the biggest eyeballs on him, through exhibition and stuff like this. For me, he's got to be healthy. If he's healthy, has the NFL adjusted to him or whatever, can he be an impact player? I still think that he can.
Yeah.
Because what he's shown in the past, but he's got to go out and prove it. You can't live off what you've done.
2
those
years
8 out of
ago,
9.
Yeah.
Now we need 8 out of the next 9.
Yeah.
So that means we need you playing in 9 and then being effective. So.
And I wouldn't go as far as to say he's overrated, but at the same time, we do need to see it again. What you're talking about happened 2 years ago. It's kind of the same thing like with the Torque situation. You were defending Torque for the longest. Why? Because he had a 30 home run season. He does have it in him, but we need to see it again. Towards the end of last year, when he got in, he was basically a no-show. We questioned, to D-Mac's point, was he healthy all the way? Does he still have the same type of bend and the same type of abilities that he had when he did get those 8 sacks in 9 games? So we just need to see it.
Is it fair to say that his grace from the early part of his career has worn off. And as you say, and Mike D brought it up in the chat, now James Houston's got to show
us. No doubt. Like you got to be healthy. Like you guys know me. Like the greatest ability is the availability.
Like right now, he's a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
Right? He's one
At
of
this
those
point,
guys,
yeah.
hey, remember him? Oh,
Yeah.
man, like whatever else. To me, right now, he's Red Pop Chris Shelton. Remember back in the, right? You know what
Easy
I mean?
guy. Easy.
No, but what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying
it's
for
the
that
facts.
small time piece where he came in
Yeah.
and we've seen it in sports where they take over. Now, if he's healthy and that's who he truly is, he will come out and show that. It's
Yeah.
too early to tell.
I'm stunned by the chat. Spenny, can we take it to
What
the
have you
streets,
done
man?
for me
Do you
lately,
believe in
Neil?
James Houston?
It was 2 years ago now.
Neil,
I
what
can
have you done
understand
for
it.
me
I mean,
lately?
I
This
can-
is the NFL. This moves quick. This isn't
Right.
baseball or hockey or whatever.
Okay, you want it. All right, here it is. We love Jake Bates. The town goes crazy for Jake Bates. Houston gets hurt, misses a season for the most part, comes back, and everyone's like, he's overrated.
No, dude.
But we love Jake Bates.
Didn't we
What
just
is
come
it
off-
with us?
Didn't we just come off saying that the question marks are on Bates now, but we believe he is the kicker, but now
Yeah.
he's got to show us to James Houston his grace period
Mm-hmm.
from 2 years ago. All that grace has now you're pretty much
Yeah.
a rookie player again, that I know what you can do at this level,
Right.
but you have to prove that you can maintain. And
consistent,
what's
yeah.
the biggest question mark with James Houston? Can he stay healthy?
Yeah.
So if he can,
Right.
I think if he can,
With a
he
full
will be a
training camp.
factor.
Yeah.
So in the chat right now, Patrick says James Houston, last chance to prove Houston can stay healthy, or he's done. Like he got injured once.
Yeah, he broke
What
an
is going
ankle.
on?
It's not like he's this injury-prone guy. He broke an ankle on a freak play on special teams. It's not like he has a nagging thigh injury that's hampered him for 6 seasons. He got hurt once. Like, what are we doing?
Anakin Skygore. Oh, here Neil goes. Explain it to me. How there's more questions about James Houston than there is about Jake Bates. For real. Somebody
Yeah.
explain that to me. We lose our minds about this guy because he kicked for the Panthers, and now we're gonna ball up James Houston and throw him in the trash because he broke his ankle.
Yeah.
That's absurd. Spenny, thank you, by the way.
I just understand the question.
Thank you.
I do what I
Yeah.
can.
I just understand like I said, I wouldn't say he's overrated or anything like that. I do believe he has the ability, but I can't blame anybody that has questions. I can't.
I can. I can blame people that have questions. Like, he has shown you when he's gotten in the game. Why wasn't he in the whole year his first year? Because the Lions didn't give him an opportunity.
Right.
When they gave him an opportunity, he went out there and he sacked the quarterback. What happened last year? He got injured on one play, on a freak play that broke his ankle. It's not like I said, not a nagging leg injury, not a nagging shoulder injury. He broke his ankle. He'll be fine. We know what he is.
True.
He's a guy that kills the quarterback. He is a pass rush specialist. You put him out there in obvious passing downs, and he gets to the quarterback. He's never going to be this Myles Garrett. He's never going to be a TJ Watt. But he does what he does well, better than a lot of people in the NFL.
Motown Cool. The term overrated is way overrated. Now, and that's fair. Like I don't understand how DMAC help me here, man. Like I don't understand.
But isn't this like when we're just looking for stuff?
Yeah.
To like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the concerns, right?
Yeah.
It's always with the guys that are coming back from injury or
Mhm.
whatever else. To Spenny's point, those freak injuries like that, they happen. It's not like it's Emmanuel Mosley or something where
Right.
you could sort of.
But it is, how do you come back from that though?
And that's it. So are we not until we see it? It's
Yeah, we just haven't-
2024
yeah.
season, right? It's not 2022 season, and I like it.
Yeah.
The fact that I know what he has in his bag, but can he put the bag on display?
No, that is it. Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump into there. Get your thoughts out there. And, okay, Lucky Belafonte. 1 hour gone, and you guys haven't talked about anything interesting. Talk about the actual game tonight. Okay, Lucky, let's do this. Let's take the break, and we're going to come in and talk about Week 1 preseason. We're gonna, for Lucky. This segment's for Lucky. In depth, DMAC. Are you ready to get in the weeds and talk? Who you taking? What do you think of the point spread, 3.5, the over-under? Where are you at? This segment's for Lucky. Let's do this one for Lucky Belafonte.
Isaiah Williams, oh my God.
Because we haven't talked about anything interesting. What schematically, Spenny, when we come back, this is your time to shine. You're our defensive line guy. Schematically, what are you looking for tonight? And we're going to get into that, okay?
Right.
So I want to know what Spenny's looking for on the defensive line from the Lions.
Zonovan Knight.
We'll talk about the handwork. Tom Kennedy on the outside at the receiver spot.
Yeah.
D-Mac, I want to go to you about the rookies and what they're thinking the first time the toe meets leather for real, the rookie class. What's Ennis Rakestraw going through right now? I want to talk about all of it for Lucky. We're going to do that. Next, we're going to put the top 5 list, top 5 soups, by the way. We're going to put that on hold. And for Lucky Belafonte, we're going to break this down.
Lucky.
We're going to break it down. What's the win tonight? I'll check the weather in New York, in New Jersey, actually.
Just put your finger in there.
No, I will. I'll get you the weather reports. Lucky, I look forward to your breakdown of the game as well. What do you want to see?
Lucky.
We're doing it for you, Lucky, when we come back. So let's get it in. Planet Fitness, speaking of getting it in. They're the best gym in the gym game. I'll never be... What?
That was good. I like that. Yeah.
I'll never be a member at another gym because I'll be at Planet Fitness for life, everybody. That is correct because they are the best gym in the gym business today. There's over 2,600 of them around the world. Wherever I go in my travels, there's always a Planet Fitness close by. There's over 50 in the Metro Detroit area as well. Guys, there's no excuse. When you're a member at Planet Fitness, you can get the work in. They have anything you want to do, cardio, weights, circuits, stretching, all of it. The tanning beds, if that's your thing, the hydro massage, all of it. Clean facilities, go take your shower and get it in. You guys know I've been talking about Planet Fitness. I've been a member for 3 years. I'll never be a member somewhere else. Go to planetfitness.com, join there, or pull in the parking lot, join there. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
The Great American Chevy Week is back and bigger than ever at Feldman Chevrolet. Choose from the largest inventory of award-winning Chevys, all priced to move for the biggest week of the year. Get this 2024 Silverado for only $213 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $249 a month. Feldman takes the Great American Chevy Week to another level. Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
How would you like $10 of free products from Dispo Dispensary? Screenshot this image with the QR code and bring it to any Dispo location. You'll get a free $10 to spend in-store with a minimum purchase of $25. Visit Dispo Dispensary today or disposhops.com. Dispo Dispensary, your local cannabis plug.
All right. Hour number 2, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty. We got KG, Spencer Raxter in the building as well. Young Justin's at Element Music Fest in the Poconos. Sounds cool. Sad I'm not there. The E is tucked into the L in the logo. There had to be something on that. Lucky Belafonte wants to talk about the game tonight. Lions-Giants. I thought we were talking about the Lions, but I guess that wasn't good enough for Lucky. So as I say, sometimes I'll let the fans program the show.
Yeah.
And so that's where we are. And Spenny, in a minute, we're going to talk about what you want to see out of the defensive line. But, D-Mac, let's just start with the basics, okay? The rookie class. Terrion Arnold, Rakestraw, the entire rookie class, D-Mac. Take me back. Your first exhibition game that you played as a professional athlete. What's going through their mind? Let's do this for Lucky. Break it. Go back in your mind to that day and tell Lucky what's going through those rookies' minds for both sides.
Dude, there's going to be... And it's not mistakes, but the excitement. There's going to be the moments of, the crowd, the building, the fact that you're on the field or the ice with guys that you've idolized and looked up to and watched and stuff like this. But the thing is that it goes back to preparation. Once the puck drops and stuff, you get that initial, warm-ups or whatever else. The fact is that you just got to go out and play the game. I used to tell Aaron Ward this all the time. Same game as when you're 5 years old. The guys are just bigger and faster, right? So you got to adjust. So the old KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Worry about yourself. That's what the coaches are telling these guys right now. Execute what you are responsible for. Don't do somebody else's job for you. And then you go out, and for me or for anybody else that plays physical, you're looking to get that first hit or altercation or whatever immediately, because then you're into the game. You got to get yourself into the game.
You go seek it out?
Yes, absolutely. First game, and it's usually a hit or it's contact or chirp or face off, depending on how the game goes. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a fight. Sometimes it would end up that way, but you're looking to lay the body and set the tone and get yourself into the game.
What about for a guy like Mekhi Wingo, who played at LSU, the bright lights, the intensity? He's a little more used to this, I think, on a level than like Giovanni Manu would be if he were going to be out there or anything like that. Does it maybe trigger something for him? Because he's a guy that's probably going to play a lot, the defensive line spot. Yeah. I've always thought that the guys that went to big-time schools that play later on, that get picked later on in the draft, just something about when they get out there on that big stage.
There's a maturity, right? That they've been in that spot before. Or if you've played, name all the stadiums. Even to the Michigan kids, to whatever like this. So you've played in front of it and you know how you're going to react, right? A lot of guys, it's sort of, they get so hyped that it takes them early out of their game. They do something that they wouldn't usually do, right? And that's undisciplined or it's trying to do too much. So I think you're right to that. I think it's different for everybody, but it goes back to the kicker conversation. Right? It goes how quickly is he going to be comfortable being uncomfortable? And that goes to all the young guys. That's what it is. You just embrace it and then say this to your fact of the guys that have been in front of it, then they're not even thinking about the crowd. Right? I'm coming from a small school or draft, whatever like this. It's going to be, I know it's going to hit me, so I have to be there to embrace it to see how I react. Don't hide from it. Embrace it. And maybe some of these veteran guys that have played at the schools, that have played around crowds that are used to it, can give some advice.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Mike G. Lucky, let's talk swim moves and bull rushes.
You're right.
That's next. That's next on the checklist. I bring in Spencer Raxter now to the party. Spenmo, the defensive line, is what you were about. It's where you live.
It is.
Break it down here tonight. Take me inside. Take me inside the technique you want to see, the philosophy that you want to see between the what. Look, for the Detroit Lions, what's it going to take to start to get Super Bowl ready tonight? What technique do you want?
This is a new era of Detroit Lions defensive line. When you look at a guy in Terrell Williams who was brought in here, said to be one of the best defensive line coaches in the NFL, he's going to be establishing things early. I'd like to see Levi Onwuzurike get snaps both inside and outside. I'd like to see Broderick Martin in there moving people around, keeping his pad level low, and making sure he doesn't get pushed off the line. The Matthew Betts situation, the James Houston situation, I want to see James Houston out there in obvious run plays because we know what he can do when it comes to sacking the quarterback, but how does he contain the edge? How does he get off against the tackles and make sure to keep that running back in his lanes so the linebackers can scrape down and clean up? There are a lot of different things I need to see on this defensive line. There are a lot of players.
And it starts tonight.
Everything starts tonight. This either makes or breaks your year is this first snap of the first exhibition game.
There's no doubt about it. And look, for as complicated as the game can be, where we get into defensive and offensive philosophies, schematics, formations, all of it, it all comes back to pad level, doesn't it, Spenny?
It does.
It really does.
It does. Low man wins. That is the first truth of playing line in football. The first thing any offensive or defensive line coach will tell you is that low man wins. Facts. And when you are Broderick Martin, when you are 6'6", 360 pounds, it's hard to keep your pad level low, but that's what you need to do because these guards will blow you up and you'll be on your back before you can do anything.
KG, Let's Go Red Wings Sparty in the chat. Is tonight a must-win? They're all must-wins, aren't they?
You damn right. The road to the Super Bowl starts tonight. You damn right it's a must-win, man.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to come out and set the tone for the season because I think what Lucky's looking for is in-depth breakdown like that. It sets the tone for the season tonight. Broder, B6 is elite. Yes, he is.
I do what I can.
Broder said that went from a joke to some really good analysis.
I appreciate it.
Well, that's where he lives.
That's where I live.
He's our defensive line insider.
It's my favorite thing to do of all time.
Love learning about pad level.
Defensive tackle is the best spot in football.
Steve Wild, Spencer carries this show. When we're talking defensive line, he certainly does.
Yeah.
There is no doubt about that. Is this okay, Lucky? Like, are we doing well? Let me step out of it. Tonight, D-Mac, in East Rutherford, New Jersey, home of the Meadowlands and the New Jersey Giants. Cloudy with periods of rain, low near 70, winds out of the east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now,
it's not good kicking weather.
This is on me. I don't know in terms of direction in the stadium what an east-southeast wind at, the new Meadowlands Stadium. That I do not know.
Yeah.
I'll have to rely. Maybe if Maz is watching right now, he can text it. Chance of rain, 70%. Rainfall around 1/4 of an inch.
Oh, wow.
So bet accordingly. Does that impact your overstate?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be very wet, man. So I don't know. Pause.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, that definitely affects. I'm more worried about the kicking situation now, to be honest with you, because that's the big knock on Jake Bates. Can he kick outdoors? So
Lucky Belafonte. Levi O is all hype. He won't show up in the regular season.
Well, we got to see.
Well, that's why we play the games, Lucky. That's why we're breaking them down right now. Spenny, going back to you because it's your lane. Levi Onwuzurike. His future as a Detroit Lion is decided tonight.
His future as a Detroit Lion either makes it or breaks it. But realistically, Levi Onwuzurike is a guy who his future was up in the air last year, 2 years ago. Because if you suffer a back injury as a defensive lineman, a guy who's 300-plus pounds and relies on torque and quick twitch things that you do on the defensive line, it's tough to come back from. All accounts are he's looking like an absolute menace at camp. He's playing inside, getting a lot of snaps opposite of Aiden Hutchinson at defensive end. So we're going to see Levi Onwuzurike, whether he is worth that second-round draft grade, that second-round draft pick that Brad Holmes took him in. And that was the hype around him, was his pass rushing aptitude, and what he can do getting to the quarterback is why he was taken so high. So if he's healthy, I'm excited for him.
Tyler M., the tone on this show is killing me right now. I'm in tears. D-Mac, is this tone right now?
Well, I think Broder brought up it was all tone, and then Spenny brought it to a different, where it's mixed in with reality.
Yeah.
So Spenny sort of took the tone out. You, sir, no, it's light tone. This would be yacht rock tone.
Yeah.
It's yacht rock
love
tone.
Some yacht rock.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's yacht rock tone. It got off before the commercial. It was a little greasy.
Yeah.
Tone.
There was a lot of greasy.
But it was good.
Mike G says, low girl wins, just ask Tina.
That is true.
That is big facts.
You are also our insider for that as well.
That's
Pause.
fair. That is fair.
Okay. D-Mac, we also have some questions for you. People want you, and I had it and I just lost it, so I forget who it was, but, my apologies for that. People want you to rate Kirby Joseph's combo ability when throwing punches.
Oh, good. Proud of him.
Hand speed.
Absolutely. Hands were up. He used both hands usually. You tell the dexterity of a guy, right? He's going to piece you up with both of them.
Yeah.
Not just, a lot of times these fights, you just see guys slugging. Now, I brought it up the other day. Football fights are some of the stupidest ones. I mean, if you're going to just grab the face mask and torch the guy's head instead of punching. But if you watch where Kirby underneath, he was piecing him underneath.
He worked the inside.
I think he worked the inside, so I wasn't worried about him hurting his hands. I think that he's, somebody would ask, he's spent some time around a boxer or in the ring. But I thought it was, and the way he reacted after getting, what a cheap shot to the head. And just to walk in there and sort of, it's tough going straight at somebody and piecing them up. It's a lot easier when somebody's coming to you. So
he set the tone.
Hats off, 9.5 out of 10.
All right, there's that. Steve Wilds, the only insight Neil can provide is the weather report. Sounds about right. And the only input Steve Wilds can provide in the chat room is something about the weather.
Yep.
That also sounds about right, Steve.
Big facts.
Tell me, Steve, give me your breakdown. We got about 20 seconds for this to process to you.
Steve?
Steve, go ahead. Give me your breakdown. Steve, what are you looking for tonight? I look for the same thing I always look for. Everyone just stay healthy and keep it moving.
Steve.
The preseason games are a cash grab, dude. It's what they are.
Steven.
They're not necessary, Steven. There's nothing going on in this preseason game. Sean was with me last week and said, There is no more oversold thing about preseason football than, quote, jobs are on the line. That's a ploy to get you to watch the game because you actually think that. People like Steve Wilds, that are incapable of independent thought, they know what the depth chart is.
Yeah.
You think they get that from a game? You think like a big play in a game when they watch them fucking up on the field in practice all week is going to like save them?
Right.
No, Steve. You tell me your breakdown, Steve. I await it.
Steve, I do want to ask you, since we're kind of on the Tonish, train here, how do you think the referees will call the game? We have a lot of new things instituted.
and
the new kickoff, the drop tackle rule.
That is true.
How do you think the refs will do
just
tonight?
remember, too, it's preseason for the officials as well. They got to get in a groove.
Yeah, which means a lot of flags.
Because this is the first time. Because I'm sure this is the first time tonight that they've even heard of the new rules, let alone like dealt with them and worked with them, right?
Yeah, of course.
Steve, it's probably the first time, right, Steve? Yeah, that's what you got to do as a player. How they calling the game?
Hey, game's getting closer. Tones got turned up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Like it.
We're excited, man. You can't get this analysis anywhere else.
Yes. But yeah. Steve Baffey, I want to see the young players develop and compete and stay healthy. That is all. I just want to see people stay healthy. That's literally all that
I don't even care about the competing part. Just stay healthy.
They compete enough all week in practice.
Right.
Like this, again, this is just a thing. Lucky Belafonte, preseason doesn't matter until a guy the Lions need get injured. So you agree, Lucky? You want an in-depth breakdown of the game?
Right,
We gave it
but
to
the
you,
preseason don't
and
matter.
now you just take a shit all over it. Wasted our time, Lucky. You wasted the viewers' time, more importantly.
Unlucky.
Man, Lucky.
Wasting our fucking time.
Swiss Insurance isn't a waste of time, though, and that's the good thing.
That is factual.
Tell them about Swiss Insurance, Steve.
Absolutely. Now more than ever, it is critical for you to have your insurance reviewed. Swiss Insurance will make sure your carrier is not slipping in the extra fees. How do you do it? You call my buddy Mark today at Swiss Insurance, 313-530-1698, or go to SwissINS.com.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick, GMC. Same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Ave, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, keeping it pushing here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. In-depth Lions-Giants breakdown, because that's what the people want.
Yep.
Just a fan. Neil Rule, D-Mac here in the house. KG, Spencer Raxter, Young Justin's in like the Poconos or some shit like that at a music festival.
Right. Pray for the kid.
Yeah. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread, jump in to that. Get your thoughts out there. And Steve Wild says, I'm looking for Vaki to light it up tonight.
Is he even playing? I heard he was hurt still. Could be. I don't know.
216. MF first name Steve always got something to say and it never makes sense. You notice that? Mike G, I do admit I like pad level blocking scheme, defensive scheme, pulling and trapping discussions. I'm a nerd. Aaron to the Stone. Neil, did you watch Hard Knocks with the Bears? Caleb Williams came off as pretty cringe. Don't know what it is. Maybe it's his voice inflections.
Oh, God.
I just don't see it with him yet but Chi-Town loves him.
LGBTQB1.
Don't get you started, Neil. Oh, my God.
He's going to be a dog.
Yeah, talk about your guy, though. Talk about your guy, Neil.
It's just, okay.
Yep.
This wasn't planned.
Are people really just caught up in how he presents himself?
Yes.
I think that's where the hate comes from. He wears pink.
He
wears nail polish. So what?
My hate comes from that I never saw the dude be tough.
Well, yes, but
that's
other
where
people,
my hate
a lot
comes
of people's hate seems to come from. Okay, he wears nail polish. He does things. I don't want to say flamboyantly, but he's different. So, and
what are you trying to say, KG?
Most people just seem to not like the guy because of how he carries himself.
And here's the deal with that. And D-Mac, look, we talked about the Bears for a long time. Last couple of years, we've talked about the Bears. I said.
Well, we talked about the Bears because of what was upcoming and getting the first, but more importantly, because of the money that they have to spend in their kitty, which makes them not only getting the first pick and if Caleb Williams is their savior or not, but they have the money, and we think the organization to not flounder that. They're gonna be better. Yeah. They're gonna be a lot better because their bank account tells them they can be.
I'm watching Ryan Poles. I am.
And that's it too. And look, they broke Spenny's heart. Spenny's guy, that the linebacker from the Bills.
Yeah, Tremaine Edmonds.
Mm-hmm. You were dying to bring him home.
I would have loved to bring him home.
He would have been nice.
And then they went all Lil Wayne with the Winn-Dixie bag full of cash in the strip club.
Yeah.
And even you said, no, that's too much for Tremaine Edmonds.
That was a lot of money for an off-ball linebacker.
He's my guy and everything like that.
Hey, they had it to spend. So
no, but they did. And it's just, and D-Mac, look, I celebrated what they did organizationally just in terms of flushing out the cap, which is a lot like what the Lions had to do. They flushed out the cap. They made draft capital a huge, huge deal, which they did. And they had, 2 of the top 10 picks in the draft this year. It's just, for me, it all goes off the rails because you have to have a quarterback, and I don't think he's it.
Well, I don't think he is, or I don't think he was it. But the one thing that you have to look at is, so what did Chicago do, right? They knew that Justin Fields wasn't their guy, and regardless of where he was picked or whatever, let's move on. So the fact is that they're going to move on, but they think that Caleb Williams is their guy. I'm not scared of him yet with the team that we have, or any, all the Jordan Love hype or whatever it is. But their team around him will get better because they have all the assets to put it in place, right? And they'll go out and spend $17 million on a linebacker that for most other teams are overpaid if that's the guy that they want. So, Edmonds is the pivot of their linebacker course. So, I mean, that's what that's what the hill they're dying on. I agree with you if the questions are out, but he's got a lot to prove in Caleb Williams to carry that team.
No, absolutely. And I guess, too, since we brought them up, I'm not concerned about the Vikings. I'm not.
Yeah, non-starter.
I present their quarterback room to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a quarterback in this league, you don't have a shot, and they don't have a quarterback. I mean, how many times? And I'll wait, because this takes about 20 seconds to get to you guys. So I'll wait in the chat. For the Sam Darnold's okay.
All right.
Yeah. How much more data do you need?
I'm sick of that too.
Yeah. How much more data do you need?
RIP that Sam Darnold talk. I'm sick of that shit.
Yeah. And it's just, for me, as they kick it off here tonight, we were talking about the things you don't like. One of the things I do like, D-Mac, about this team and where they sit right now is still where they are in this division. They're still the boss. They're still the boss of this division. And I know you got a half a season of good Jordan Love, and I know that he's single-handedly saved the Packers franchise now and ready to put him in the Hall of Fame. I get all that. But the bottom line is this. The NFC North still runs through Detroit, and it does for the foreseeable future, given the fact that the pillars have been locked up long-term. The talent is here. It ain't going anywhere. I say ain't for a fact, and this is still the Lions division, and it will be. for the foreseeable future. It was cute to hear everybody in the preseason talk about the Bears or talk about the Packers and stuff like that. I know it was cute to talk about, and the Vikings getting JJ and stuff like that, who's struggling to be the backup right now. As we sit here tonight, as they kick off the preseason, the NFC North is still private property of the Detroit Lions. That is a factual statement. Period. End of story. So, discuss. I'm not buying it. KG, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying Caleb Williams. I'm not buying a half a season of Jordan Love. I'm not buying it.
I hear you. And like I said, or like you said, at least for this year, it is still the roads run through Detroit. So Caleb Williams, I'm personally somebody that think he'll be okay, but we do need to see it. Jordan Love, he is probably the future of the NFC, but right now, today, he is not better than that man that wears Honolulu blue. I'm sorry. It just is what it is.
Zach Soap says, Neil, it's not just Sam Darnold. It's Sam Darnold and Justin Jefferson. But it starts, Sam Darnold. See, like, this is the thing about the receivers, dude. Sam Darnold controls Justin Jefferson's fate. Whether you want to admit that or not, Justin Jefferson's fate rests in the hands of Sam Darnold. Please tell me you like that equation. D-Mac, please tell me you like that equation.
I do.
You do as a Lions
100%.
fan.
No, exactly, right? It's the same reason here is why you have the confidence that Jared Goff is going to control the ball to James Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta and everything like that. You nailed it. It comes through Detroit. That's the way it was. The flag was planted for real last year. And, you think this team's they know what they're up against. This division is one that's going to get better and better and better, but this year is our year.
Yeah.
How concerned are we about Jack Campbell?
I'm not. And I think he doesn't get the proper respect on his name from our own fan base. I always say I think his rookie season was kind of overshadowed because you had a Jahmyr Gibbs, because you had a Sam Laporta that just absolutely went off the rails. But in totality, his rookie season wasn't that bad. Was there mistakes along the way? Were there growing pains? Absolutely. But from what he can become and the base that he gave us his rookie year, I feel like people are sleeping on the man. I really do.
I want to get into that when we come back.
Yeah.
Steve-O baby. So you're not scared of the Vikings or the Bears, Neil. You have to admit, Neil, the NFC is going to be very competitive this year. The NFC is always going to be competitive. You got the window closing on the 49ers. They're desperate.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, they're certainly going to be a factor.
The Eagles may be back. We don't know.
Maybe. We don't know. Dallas is Dallas. I mean, we know the players and we know the game, everybody. Like, that's why, just for me, I know people, want to get excited about the preseason and stuff like that. Like, I'm just not. And I'm not going to, quote, live and die every week. If they... Right. Just so we know, they're going to lose a game they shouldn't, everybody.
Exactly.
Because it happens to everybody.
And don't read too much into the preseason. The Lions went 4-0 and then went 0-16, after being 4-0 in the preseason. So, 2008.
DNCENT, Caleb's situation isn't like many others. Most generational quarterbacks don't go into the situation he did.
That's fair.
They weren't number 1 pick bad. They had the number 9 pick with the best run defense in the league. And look, that's fair, but at some point, to win a division, your quarterback has to make something happen. He's got to make something happen. The Jacksonville Jaguars have a quarterback that everybody thinks is good. He's paid like he's good. He's paid like he's one of the best in the league. And they're just kind of always sitting around, looking around, waiting for something to happen with him.
Trevor Lawrence is a bum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's perceived as being good.
Yeah.
I don't think people truly realize the impact. And it's like one of the biggest cliches in sports. Like, it's the most important position in sports. I don't think we realize it.
Yeah.
Because people normalize thinking Trevor Lawrence is good. People think Caleb Williams is going to walk in and that team's going to carry him. At some point in this league, D-Mac, your quarterback has to win games for you. At some point.
For sure. And we're confident our guy can do that. There's still, the questions out there. I'm with you on Trevor Lawrence. Caleb Williams, you can't say it because you have to give him the same. It's the same
NFL
thing.
snaps, yeah.
You got to give him the opportunity to succeed or fail. But I'm trending towards you there. So, I mean, you want to win the Super Bowl, and that's what we're talking about. Look at the last 2 Super Bowl champions and who their quarterback is, and Patrick Mahomes not winning them games at different times of the year when it's needed the most on the road and stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, seriously, why does it smell like caca and wee-whiz in here?
All right. Let's do this then. Let's go to the break. When we come back, I want to have the Jack Campbell discussion because I think you were onto something, KG.
Yeah.
And I think it's something where in the chat I'm curious to see where the people are at with it as well. And you can see where the people are every morning right here on Woodward Sports. Wake up, Woodward.
Yeah.
The usual suspects are there. Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam when he stays conscious, and Broder. KG's in the building. What?
I knew it was coming.
Finish a show. It's no wonder Anthony Davis is his hero. He can't finish a show either.
Dated.
Oh,
Jesus. Finish the show, Flannel.
Finish the show.
Stay conscious for an entire show.
He stayed upright today, so.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, there's one.
Yeah.
Now I got to hear about how he's back, right?
Flannel's back.
Stay conscious for an entire week of shows, and then we'll have a...
El Flannel's back.
Yeah. Sam Day-to-Day Flannel here in the building as well on the morning show. Don't forget about JB Smooth. He's elite. What? Every morning, Detroit's #1 sports network, 8 to 10 a.m. Wake up, Woodward. Woodward Sports.
What about the Ally Challenge?
Let's talk about the Ally Challenge. It's summer's biggest party, and it is back up there at Grand Blanc. That is right. Warwick Hills Golf and Country Club. Go to allychallenge.com. Get your tickets. They got the $2 birdie beers. They got concerts going on. And by the way, you can see some of the very best players to ever do it in the history of golf. Don't forget about hole number 17.
Ooh.
It's a party out there. They have the stands out there. It's rocking. It's a lot of fun, everybody. You might even hear a familiar voice on the 18th green as the announcer. We'll see. Go to allychallenge.com.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on the expert sports injury insights with our own Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday right here on Big D Energy and Thursdays with Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice for all of us weekend warriors. Also discusses the injury news in sports as well. Trust the guy that Darren McCarty trusted with his career. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more info, go to michigansportsandspine.com. Our Injury Insider is also powered by MRI of Southfield. All right, coming down the stretch here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter in the building. And, I touched on it. Spenny had it on the show sheet here. And I did want to rap about it because, and I hope that Jack Campbell in this discussion enjoys a better fate than James Houston did. I was stunned with the level of discontent with James Houston, but whatever. Jack Campbell, just asking the question. D-Mac, we're good with. Are we good with Jack Campbell? We real good? Where are we at with it?
I think there's still something that we want to see, but from everything we hear in the progress, it's all part of, I'm confident that he's, going to make a step. And when you look back, it's like he's and it's more than serviceable, but it's that position. But he's not like flashy. He's the guy that's going to plug things up a lot of the time, be physical. I think that the biggest thing is how much time do you see him on the field, and if he's going to be your Mike linebacker or whatever like that, right, taking the reins off Anzalone and stuff like this, then we'll see the maturity of it. And they're not going to stick Campbell and Holmes ain't going to stick guy there no matter what if it's going to hurt the team. So I think we're going to see something more so of maybe what people expected out of him being drafted 18th overall last year. It just takes time with bigger guys and the speed and stuff like that. But I think he's going to be an impactful person on this defense.
Am I crazy that I was fine with Jack Campbell and continue to be fine? He's fine.
You.
No.
Thank you.
He's fine. And I told everybody this when he was drafted. Remember, Spenny, when we did the draft show? Yeah. And I walked in, and once I got, once the stun of it wore off, and I got analytical about it and said, okay. And we did the shows all year long coming into his rookie year. And Spenny, bless you.
Thank you.
My whole point of it was this is how it's always going to be with Jack Campbell because of the nature of the position he plays.
Mm-hmm.
He's not out there making the splash plays and picking passes off and taking them back to the house and blowing up running backs at the point of attack and getting 18s. Well, I mean,
he's kind of doing that.
He's kind of doing that.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying, though, like knocking guys out of the game or getting 13 sacks or anything like that. It's the nature of the position.
Yep.
And contrary to what Steve Wild say, if you know ball, you know that your usage and where you are in the field will dictate your splash play. Look, we're a sports fan society of splash plays and highlight clips. And guys like Jack Campbell and how he plays and the nature of his position, Spenny, do not lend themselves to that.
Yep. It's true. It's true. And linebacker is a hard position in the NFL to just hit the ground running on. It doesn't happen a lot, especially with the complexity of the run schemes, with the way tight ends and slot
you're speaking
receivers
to Lucky right now, aren't you?
And slot receivers are involved in the passing game. It's really hard for a middle linebacker or an off-ball linebacker to just hit the ground running in the NFL. Jack Campbell he was second on the team in tackles last year. He had a good rookie season.
Yeah.
And KG's right. If it wasn't for Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta, and Brian Branch being all rookie type players, Jack Campbell's rookie season would be elevated to good status. I think that not hearing from him in camp is better than hearing his name all over the place.
100%.
Because if you're hearing his name all over the place, it's probably missing assignments, blown tackles, things like that. If you're not hearing his name, it's probably because he's in the spot doing what he's supposed to be doing.
And D-Mac, there's something to be said for that, man. And I would even go so far as to say this. For a defense in the NFL, that's probably even more important. You've talked about this all the time. I knew where the guys were going to be. That's it. That's all you ask for, right?
And I guess that's one of the things that we're going to watch, the communication and the systems and stuff. But it's we call it, not thinking. You don't have to think. You just react. Because I trust and know what everybody else is, that they're doing their job. So I got to trust that I can do mine, and then I can just play. That's what it is. To go out there and just play instead of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you get to the ultimate level, and that's when you can have ultimate success, when everybody's on the same page.
And the areas where he struggles in, most linebackers in the NFL struggle in, it's the passing game. If you watch the games, you see the guy, he jumps off the tape, man. His sideline to sideline speed, crazy. The way he plugs gaps in the run game, already very good for a very young linebacker. So he just has to get the passing part down, but that's the hardest part for most linebackers in the NFL. It's hard to cover these speedy receivers. It's hard to cover these running backs out of the backfield. So I think with time, he will grow. He will be fine. But with the improvements that they made on the defensive line, you can't tell me that at least on one side of the ball, he's already damn good. And he's only going to get better in that regard.
No, and
linebackers don't just jump in the league and become Fred Warner.
Yeah.
You're not just gonna first year be guarding CeeDee Lamb down the seam. That's not what happens. It's
Nobody is.
Yeah.
Nobody is. And that's the other thing too. Like Jahmyr Gibbs, we love him.
Yeah.
Right? He has a shot to be the best running back in football.
He does.
The best running back in the NFL. Has a legit shot to do that. What's he gonna do to Dan Campbell? Or to Jack Campbell?
Make him look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
That's the nature of the beast. That's the matchup you hunt for.
Exactly.
Like what's Jack Campbell going to do against Christian McCaffrey?
That's what I'm
saying. The same thing everybody else is going to do.
That's what I'm saying. Not a whole lot.
Nothing.
All linebackers struggle in passing coverage.
That's this league.
Yeah.
That's sports. Where can I get the matchup? And the teams that can do it repeatedly are the teams that win, and the teams that can't don't win. That's it. Like I know it's complicated. I know we want Lucky Belafonte breakdowns and everything like that, but there's a lot of times there's not a breakdown like that to be had. It's a matchup game. How can I get my guy isolated on your guy? The guy I want my guy isolated on. That's it. Yeah. And for me, look, dollar for dollar, look, no one was more critical of the pick than me. I tell you guys.
Braylon might have been.
Well, yeah.
Braylon Edwards was the only man in Detroit more critical of the pick than me. The power rankings were Braylon Edwards 1, Neil Rule 2. Fair. Yeah. Thank you for correcting me.
At least you talked through it, though. You tried to talk through it.
Well, yeah, because of the cred.
Yeah.
The street cred with Brad Holmes. If that's what Brad Holmes says, I got to take it into account.
And he was the best linebacker on the board. I mean, yeah, they took him a little early, but that goes into the draft value.
But I never understood that.
Discussion.
That's when they had their pick.
Yeah. And that's the whole draft value discussion. Brad Holmes don't give a fuck about your draft value or what the NFL deems as the proper time. Yeah, like, if he saw his guy, he took him.
And that was it. Dad with Tourette's. I think Neil's gaslighting is starting to bring down his star. Dad with Tourette's, you've been around the show a long time. When you guys hear me sit here and talk, for the new people that are there, I'm different than a lot of other dudes. I'd 100% believe every word I say all the time.
That is.
I'm not doing it to gaslight anybody. It's what I feel.
For better or for worse. That
for
is
better or for worse. Like that is what it is, man. D-Mac, you know me a long time, man. I'm not on bullshit up here.
No,
I'm not on clickbait. And again, I think it's a. Sometimes it might be a negative to me in my career. Sometimes,
yeah, my Cato.
I'm too authentic. that I'm too authentic.
Yeah,
I'm too lazy to have to remember what I said last time and back that up. If I just tell you how I feel, it's how I feel. I don't have to sit there and remember how I felt. So just wanted to update you on that. But the bottom line is, as Todd Sane says, Campbell will be much better at his job this year, not having to think as much and just go and play. And D-Mac, that goes back to what you said. How much of it? Because I guess, like, where you say that, it's not, I don't have to think. When does that happen? When did that happen for you in your pro career? I don't have to think, I just do. That's not something that happens at game 10, 15, 80. When is it?
No, it's growth. I mean, I don't, it comes, you feel it at different spots. And more it's about preparation. Right? It's just like, why do people get stressed? Because usually they're not prepared. They haven't put the work in. So the more you put the work in, and the more time you spend, and it's really, you can't. It's time on the field. The biggest thing is, like, what you see is not down at practice and during the season. It's the off season. It's you understanding not only your teammates as athletes but also as people. So you know how it all comes together. So it's all about confidence, and it probably takes you throughout your career. You're never 100%, but you also know when you tap into the guy to the right or left of you, or the locker room's tapped into the same energy, then it's easy, right? And usually, follow me here, it's usually simpler, way simpler. Because if I just worry about what I have to do and do that to the best of my ability and trust the rest of the guys, right? It's almost like it goes to, when you're at one level, plausible deniability, right? It's like, I'm doing this. They better be doing that. And they are. And then it's execution. And it's special, right? But we see that in a lot of times, right? Like, a lot of times you see that quarterback receiver, because what do you hear? Oh, they spent the summer together, and that's when you do that. So the units. So I think that in a long way to get there, Neil, right? That's what we're looking for. Do we see unit communication, or do we see this in the secondary and the linebackers we're talking about, the people, defensive line? Do we see that positive communication? We've seen in the past in other teams that we've done to them is to make them look like they don't know what's going on, especially with our offense. That's what you want. You always want to look like your team is in control. And that's what it is. You're going to face injuries. You're going to face bad plays, drop balls, this and that. But how do you react? Just do your job. And the more you understand how that's defined, you think that coming out of the Lions camp, that anybody, no matter who it is, that's getting in this game or on the roster doesn't have a defined role or what the coaches, do you think that the coaching staff or Brad or Dan hasn't told them what is expected out of them?
Yeah.
Because I do. And a lot of times that's where leadership and coaching comes in, is where as a player, you know exactly what's expected of you. Because sometimes that doesn't, you think that that's the norm, but no, that's where miscommunication comes in, and then guys try to do other guys' jobs, and we've seen that.
I got a question about the Lions that just popped in my head.
Okay.
That we'll do. And it's intriguing.
Let's get it.
Almost as intriguing as Mark White and Associates.
Mark White is the best in the game. Dreaming of a new home but feeling the financial pinch? Mark White and Associates will help you by giving you $5,000 of your closing costs. That's right, I said $5,000. Call Mark White and Associates today at 248-290-8242 or visit them at markwhitesells.com. Again, call Mark White today at 248-290-8242 and make your dreams come true.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Dealing with divorce, child custody, visitation, or other family law issues, Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law in Birmingham will have your back. Guys, let's get serious for a second here. How many of you are losing sleep right now about a divorce going on?
Cold sweat.
Child custody. Anything that's going on right now, if you're losing sleep over it, KDK Law is the play. Why? 10 years, over 10 years of experience in the game. And here's the biggest thing, 24/7 availability. 24/7 available. How many people do that? KDK Law does. That's who. Kevin and Catherine, KDK Law, right here in Birmingham. Scan the QR code on the screen and mention Woodward Sports. They will pay your filing fee. Guys, get this stuff cleaned up. KDK Law in Birmingham. They have your back.
I'll let her take them preseason tickets.
No, man, you need them.
Yeah.
You need them. Biggest game in Lions history tonight. Lions and Giants. Detroit sports tee. One time Neil said that he thinks Goff is better than Josh Allen. There's no way he believes that. Detroit sports tee. One time I said that I would take Jared Goff for what he makes way in front of Josh Allen and what he makes. And I still stand by that because he's still a better value.
Yeah.
If you don't agree with that, then you don't understand math.
All right. No lies detected.
Check the yardage totals. Check the touchdown totals. All of it. So go ahead, Detroit sports tee. Look around. All right. DMAC, it's top 5 time. I got a Lions question that we'll do coming up. But we didn't do it yesterday because you weren't in. So we moved top 5 Wednesday to Thursday. So top 5 Wednesday here on a Thursday. Top 5 soups, because why not do it in August?
Yeah.
It's a good
soup
time.
weather. Soup weather's coming around.
I've been eating more soup lately,
Soup
too.
season's on its way.
Yeah.
I have been too.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I have been.
You just get the itch for it sometimes.
You absolutely do. We going to do the same rotate here?
Yeah, might as
usual.
well.
Spenny, you want to bat lead off?
Sure thing.
And why is it a top 5 list?
Because it's half as boring as a top 10
There
list.
you go. Spencer Raxter, your top 5 soups.
All right, my top 5 soups. At number 5, I got a chicken tortilla soup. Good chicken tortilla soup. There's nothing wrong with that.
Ah, man, I should have had that on the list.
That's a good
some
one.
beans, some rice in there, the little crispy tortilla flakes on top. I love a chicken
Melted
tortilla
cheese
soup.
sets it off.
Oh, yeah.
Sets it off, Jada Pinkett.
Oh, yeah. At number 4, I got broccoli cheddar. It's a staple. It's a
Yep.
classic.
It's
Anywhere
good.
you go. I kind of got sick of it, working at Grand Trevor's Pie. Make it every day. So I kind of got – so I had to knock it down a little bit. Broccoli cheddar soup, very good. Number 3, the only redeeming quality of Boston is a good clam chowder.
You damn right.
Love a good clam chowder. It's delicious, tastes great. I can eat it out of the can. The Campbell's, some fresh clam chowder. Love clam chowder.
Got to get the chunky.
Number 2, I got the Italian wedding soup with the meatballs, with the spinach in there, with the noodles, all the good stuff. Love Italian wedding soup. And at number 1, I got chicken dumpling. Chicken dumpling soup is my favorite soup in the game. I don't think it's very close. I love chicken dumpling soup.
Better than noodle.
No,
better than noodle.
There are tons of good soups, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, tons of good soups.
A lot of great soup.
Yes.
Lots of good soups. KG, batting
Yes,
second.
sir. And you will notice with my list, I'm a very thick soup guy, pause. I like thick, hearty soups. At number 5, cream of broccoli. Always good to have that good broccoli. Like you say, you add the cheese to it. It's always good, particularly at Panera.
Yes.
They do a very good cream of broccoli soup in that bread bowl.
And it's always ready to rock.
Oh, my God. I could get that anytime, man. Number 4, cream of chicken. Same as number 5, just with a chicken spin to it. At number 3, potato bacon soup. A nice hearty soup.
Man, you are all about your soups are like November.
I like to get full off of soup.
Yeah.
A good hot bowl of soup, I like to get full off of that. Maybe have a little side of bread or something with it. Oh, my God. At number 2, miyabi soup. A lot of people may not know this. You know when you go to the hibachi places and they give you the clear soup? Oh, man, that
you
is...
mess with it, huh?
Yeah,
Number 2?
So, yeah.
Egg drop soup's really good.
Yeah, I mess with egg drop soup.
miso.
It's
Miso
so
soup.
good to me, man. That onion flavor, I'm really like am a guy for that onion flavor. And then number 1, clam chowder. The only thing good out of Boston, man.
Facts.
A good hearty clam chowder, you can't go wrong.
It's facts.
Man, I'm surprised clam chowder was so high.
Love some clam
Clam chowder is good.
Full
man.
meal on Kenny's for sure.
Yeah.
Nobody. Neil's favorite soup is gaslight ramen.
Yeah. Gaslight ramen.
Are you a fan of asparagus soup? Never had it.
Yeah.
Lorena Rios, one of Spenny's nicknames is dumpling.
Cannot confirm nor deny.
All right.
Women call me a lot of things in the heat of passion.
Let's go Red Wing Sparty. Spenmo's killing it on the list. He's on a Linsanity run right now. Remember Linsanity?
Oh, dude,
yeah,
that's
man.
amazing.
That 2 weeks was crazy.
I loved it. I loved
A
it.
week was crazy.
That 2 weeks
You got
was
Landry
unreal.
Fields, Chris Copeland.
Yeah.
What a team that
I
was.
love that Knicks team,
Steve
man.
Novak.
Yeah.
Melo went down. Linsanity took over.
Yeah, man. You old Amari Stoudemire.
Detroit sports tee. No, Neil said Malik Willis was more talented because he can run. We were all there. Spenny, you were there for all those shows. Do you remember the time I said Malik Willis was more talented than Jared Goff?
I don't remember that.
Okay, thank you. I just got to run that by you because that never happened.
All right.
Darren McCarty, betting third.
Now, anybody who knows me knows that I am a huge soup fan. What a great, whoever drew that. That is awesome.
We got all the pictures. These are all from the back.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Anyways, and Kenny, you touched on it. Most important part, because I find myself stopping on the way home or when I have a chance a couple times a week at Westbourne Market. Shout out Westbourne.
Yeah.
Got great soup.
Slept on, yep.
But you need the bread.
Absolutely.
You need the dipper or whatever like
Absolutely.
that. For me. So I'm going to start either that or in the soup, the croutons and the cheese galore, fresh onion soup. Right there, done.
Not
out of the
bad at
crock,
it, yep.
bing, bang, boom.
To be honest with you, I expected that to be number 1 on your list.
No, it's number 5 because I'm not a big bread. The bread's already in the bowl. I don't need the bread. Oh, bread bowl, by the way, like Panera.
Oh, dude,
man.
bread bowl.
Lobster bisque, right?
Strong.
Lobster bisque at a good restaurant with pure lobster done that way. Florida.
Real quick, D-Mac, Adiz 411 says, you're on some luxury soups right
Yeah,
now.
I was
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Any kind of soup.
Yeah.
Beef barley's number 3. Legit.
Now, wait a minute.
Low key.
I'm not mad at it.
I grew up with it. Low key beef
Yeah.
barley and whatever else. Low key that at some point was number 1.
That's a good soup.
I'm not mad at it, yeah.
Except number 2, the tomato bisque. And I heard tomato soup, but the tomato bisque that I have, and I get it, it's the base. I will actually put a couple different soups into one, but the base is the tomato bisque. There's no better dipping bread into soup than the tomato
That's
bisque.
where I back out. Tomato
Number
soup.
1.
No, grilled cheese, man.
I get it, but that's just not my thing. But go ahead.
All right, number 1.
Number 1. Shout out to Andiamo.
Yeah.
Because they made 4 championship-style cups of eating that minestrone soup for pregame. And I love minestrone because you get the best of every world in there. Plus, you need the bread.
Yeah, gotta have
in
it.
there. So to all my Italians out there and stuff like that, I mean, I can't go wrong. You bring me any one of those, and you're my friend.
That's a solid list.
The beef barley one is a little sketch.
It's
but
not
what do you
bad.
expect? What do you expect from a guy?
For you,
It's not
because
that
it's
What do you expect from a guy that watches Sunday Night Baseball?
It's on brand for D-Mac.
Yes.
And if you are a beef barley fan and have had a real beef barley like over in England or Ireland and stuff like that, oh, money.
No, it is.
I'm not taking your tone or your blasphemy. Save it for Steve.
All right.
I just know tomato soup better not be one for you. It better not.
Well, let's find out. My top 5 soups.
Okay.
Number 5, cream of mushroom. That's pretty funny, by the way, too.
I know.
Now, and it's not the soup. It's the soup's resume.
Yeah.
Cream of mushroom is a player in the soup game.
Here you go. You respect
cook with that a lot.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just
Casseroles, Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Name any Easter.
Green bean
Christmas.
casserole has a cream of mushroom.
I'm just not a mushroom guy, but I hear you.
But you eat cream of mushroom
I
soup in
receive
some
you.
form
Chicken-
or fashion.
Chicken
I
piccata.
receive that.
$1,000,000%.
Oh, yeah.
You have to respect its resume.
Heard.
I'm not saying crack open a can of cream of mushroom, put it on the stove, and sit down and eat it on a cold October Sunday.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that. I respect its resume. Number 4, tomato soup. All the reasons D-Mac gave, plus
Yeah.
the grilled cheese game. And I only do it like once a year, and I need to do it more. But every time I do the grilled cheese tomato soup thing, I wonder why I don't do it more.
Do you do the tomato soup with milk instead of water?
100%.
100%.
That's the smart way to go, yeah.
Grand Traverse Pie's got good tomato bisque.
Say that again?
Grand Traverse Pie's got good tomato
Good
bisque.
to know, Spenny. They got good. They got good everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, like you have to
Right.
you have to admit that its resume is strong.
Just like number 3, chicken
Number
noodle.
3, chicken noodle.
That's a staple.
noodle.
And he's bagging I get it.
Yeah.
Staple, but you're bagging the beef barley. That's sort of like the equivalent to a meat eater and a chicken eater.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat said that it's blasphemous that chicken noodle was on nobody else's list. And I put it on the list because again, it's good. I enjoy
It's
it.
more-
Everyone likes it.
It's more about the broth.
I don't
though.
even think it's a top 5 chicken soup. For
It's
me.
not. Hell no.
Now, easy,
Hell no.
Spenny.
Got chicken lemon rice. We got
Yep.
chicken
Oh, I
dumpling.
forgot about chicken
Yep.
We
lemon
got chicken
rice.
tortilla.
Cream of chicken.
Cream of chicken, and give me chicken and stars over chicken noodle.
Now, you had me up until now you're grandstanding.
You pushing it with that one.
Now you're grandstanding. Yeah, but
It can't be Campbell's. It can't be the little
No,
fake
homemade.
ham. It's got to be
homemade
homemade
chicken.
chicken. Thank
yeah,
you.
I
it can
will
be
give
homemade.
that.
Thank you.
Panera's a strong one.
Yeah.
Number 2, broccoli cheddar for all the reasons you guys gave.
Mm-hmm.
Strong. Panera, it's great. And then number 1, lobster bisque. If we were down in Charleston, if it was on the menu, I was getting it.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
Like just on principle alone.
Yeah.
It is. Is it a luxury soup at D-Sworn Woman? It is.
Absolutely.
It is. But I'm going to
Elitist.
get it. Yeah, I'm always going to get it. All right, let's get to the break and come back. I just one general Lions thing to touch on before we roll out. Tell about Randy Wise.
How, dude? Randy Wise. Did we not draw for the thing?
We did. They're still doing it though.
Are they still doing
Yeah,
it?
for
Okay,
next
how
year.
would you like to play the University of Michigan course with Braylon Edwards, Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour? Register today and you can round off foursome. WoodwardSports.com or scan the code on the screen. When it comes to your next car or truck, make the wise decision. Randy Wise Automotive.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola, really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody!
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through 25th at Warwick Hills and Grand Blanc. Be there for PGA Tour Champions Golf, Family Night, concerts, and more. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at allychallenge.com today.
Neil Rule here for the very best. That's right. Putting the youth back in youth sports. You guys know what it is. And it is, of course, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Southeastern Michigan 3C Football League. They got teams all over the Metro Detroit area. And here's the deal. For just $175, transportation, meals, all of it, and a chance to compete for a championship at Ford Field as well. Football and cheerleading, by the way, is available. Make sure you register now. Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty. Final segment of the show. I had a point about the Lions I wanted to make because the Lions and Giants play the preseason opener here tonight. And I know everyone is hyped for it. And Detroit Sports Tee. Type Neil Rule loves him some Malik Willis for the Detroit Lions. Yeah, because that's what I was talking about. He's better than Jared Goff. That was my thing.
Yeah.
No, my thing about it was if you're going to take the swing, go with the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Go with the highest ceiling guy. Did he bust out? Bust it out.
Yeah. So far, it looks that way, yeah. Will Levis took his job.
And Will Levis busting out right behind him as well.
Well,
So
I mean, Will Levis was pretty good last year.
Pretty good. He had some moments. He had flashes.
We going to see. So yeah.
How
But
you
anyway.
feel? How you feeling if you're Tennessee?
Tennessee's actually got a pretty good roster.
But going with him, I'm not.
I think
the
they
questions are there.
They trying to retool instead of rebuild. I hate when teams do that. Just rebuild.
Well, that's what the Titans have been founded on.
Yeah, true. That is true.
They're not the worst team in the league.
Yeah. They got a new stadium coming sometime soon within the next 5 years or so, too. So I think that's part of it, too.
Yes. But here, my question about the Lions is simply this as we get ready to go tonight. D-Mac, the Lions are boring and it's good.
100%.
They're boring and it's good. Dudes are locked up. It goes back to what I said earlier. Guys are locked up long term. There aren't questions. There's no position battles. There's none of that stuff.
Yeah.
They're boring, and I love it.
No news is good news.
You okay with them being boring?
What's that?
You okay with them being boring?
And the boring part means that all your ducks are in a row, and you're lined up going into battle, which is the start of it tonight with dictating. You're not reacting. You've done everything that you could. Look just before tonight's game. Go look at the end of the season and look at your roster and look at your roster now. That's all you got to say. That's boring. I like it.
That's it. I'm sorry if I'm not so hyped for this game tonight. I'm sorry.
I'm hyped to watch things that are what great teams do, and it's moving past what you know to what you don't know about your team. There's still question marks, whether it's veteran guys or whether it's rookie guys or whatever. But it's all about your mentality in the back is who's going to help us win the Super Bowl.
Because you got all
not who's going to help us win a playoff game, not who's going to help us win this event. Who's going to help us win the Super Bowl?
Because again, it goes back to that. Those are the waters you're in. Look around the rest of the league. The Cowboys, the Jets, the 49ers, the Eagles. Look around. You don't hear anything about the Lions. And I'm cool with it. That's where I've always wanted to be. And we're here. It's Super Bowl time. Nothing that happens tonight's going to impact that outside of catastrophic injury.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to change that tonight.
Nobody's in.
But you're not going to see guys that you would lose that would make that play tonight, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It unfortunately would be somebody else. Hopefully, nobody gets hurt.
That's it. So sorry guys if I wasn't looking forward to breaking it down and all that kind of stuff. We'll react to it tomorrow.
Yeah, I think people just excited football's back because it is a signal that football.
Hey, what was the poll of Maz cheering for Giants?
70-30 Giants.
All right, on brand.
New Jersey Giants.
All right.
All right, David Witt. Oh, David Witt, shout out. Happy birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday, David.
Yep, there you go. Happy birthday, David.
HBD.
D's 411, 2-hour recap show tomorrow. 100%. No, we'll probably go the nickel package route.
Oh, yeah, and we got to break down breakdancing. Oh,
and we're at Dispo.
We're live at Dispo tomorrow. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be with y'all. Sorry, it's stick.
Man, it's all crumbling. The breakdancing, I forgot about that. But hey, I'm hyped to see the people at Dispo though.
Shout out.
Good folks over there, by the way. D-Mac, what do you got popping this weekend?
Actually, if anybody's around Saturday, Fowlerville Fair, the Vet Life having their big gathering, so for the veterans and stuff like that, it's gonna pop out there, and I'll be on the golf course.
There it is.
Oh, show.
All right, for D-Mac, for KG Spencer Raxter, I'm Neil Roll. Thanks for tapping in, Big D Energy. Well, see you later.